And I thought an interesting topic to talk about is, what do you really want? We talk about wisdom, people talk about attracting to themselves, the laws of attraction and all those sorts of things. But the question really is, from a spiritual point of view, what do you really want? And religion's about what you're supposed to want, and we know how that works. Spirituality is not about that. Spirituality is about looking deeply within and seeking truth, clarity. That's what it's about. So this discussion has nothing to do with my feeling what you should want, or you even feeling guilty or weird about what you do want. The question is, what do you really want? And the way to do that, and I'm going to be very bad in doing this, is to say, here's a piece of paper, not really, but figuratively, and I want you to write down what you want. Just take a little time, don't do it. Take a little time and write down what you want. And if you're like most human beings, probably first on the list is a good relationship, something that makes me feel important, needed, wanted, loved, secure, all that kind of stuff. And so whether you're in a relationship, I'd like it to get better, so-and-so should behave in different ways, should understand me better, etc. Or if you're not in a relationship, how to find my, quote, soulmate, somebody who just fits perfectly with me and just fulfills the meaning of my life. And if we're really honest, we write down a nice house and a Ferrari, or at least some sort of a car, and perhaps children, and or perhaps a little time without the children, and we make our list. Nobody's judging, just be honest, you put that down. The purpose of this discussion is, no matter what you put on that list, unless you're very highly evolved, my experience is it's not really what you want. It's not that it's wrong, it's just not really what you want. And the way I prove that is as follows. Let's say you put down, I want a relationship. I want to meet somebody. I want to have that special relationship. And then I would ask you, what if you walked outside after this conversation and all of a sudden there was this bush in front of you and it started burning like it did to Moses and talking to you. And its opening sentence was, I am the Lord your God, and I would like to discuss some things with you. And said enough things that it knew about you to where you were pretty freaked out that you're actually talking to an omniscient, omnipotent being, or at least Bush. And the question that gets asked of you is, what would you like? What do you want? I can grant whatever you want. And having gone through this exercise with me, you feel, God, thank God, Mickey, I'm prepared. This is neat. I thought about it. And you say, I want a relationship. I want to meet somebody. I want to have that thing I've looked for my whole life. Or I want a house. Or I want the perfect job. I want a job that makes me, that fulfills what I'm looking for. And what God tells you at that point is, I can give you that. I have the power to give you that. But there's a caveat, which you probably want to hear before I give it to you, which is, I can give you that perfect person. They will be loyal to you. They will stay with you your entire life. But the caveat is that you will be completely unfulfilled. You will feel sad every time you come into their presence. You will not feel any love. You will not feel any joy, happiness, meaning. But they'll be there, and they will dote all over you, and they will just be the most perfect partner that they could possibly be. Or give you the job that you thought would be the most amazing thing, but it's hollow for you. You go there and you thought it would turn you on, but it doesn't. And you just loathe going to work, and you're just not excited about it. So therein lies the, what do you really want? Because what you're going to find is, if you were given the opportunity to have a relationship with that person I just described, or have the job I just described, but it didn't do squat for you, and it left you hollow inside, you would say, I don't want it. In fact, if it's going to make me miserable inside, I really don't want it. Keep it away from me. And so to move quickly, because we only have a little time here, then I say to you, you lied to me when you said it was what you really wanted. Because it isn't true you wanted a relationship. It isn't true you wanted children. It isn't true you wanted money. It isn't true you wanted to travel around the world. It isn't true that you wanted, et cetera, et cetera. What's true is you wanted to feel good inside. You wanted to feel love. You wanted to feel joy. You wanted to feel inspiration, excitement, meaning. Those are inner things. They're not outer things. You listed the things you listed because you thought they would give you what you really want. And so wisdom, yoga, spirituality is about going deeper. Buddhists talk about working at the root. So the truth of the matter is, the only thing you needed to write on a piece of paper when I asked you, what do you really want, is a sense of total well-being. I want to feel love. I want to feel joy. I want to feel inspiration. I want to feel meaning and depth. And you made the mistake of doing it what I call indirectly, by saying, I want something outside that I think will make me feel that inside. So without belaboring the point, to go deep and to really be on a spiritual journey, you don't let yourself do that anymore. Because I'm sure there are plenty of times that you said, oh my God, if only this happened, I'd be fine. And you know that didn't turn out that way. Even if it did for a moment, it didn't stay that way. It's not like there wasn't anything else you ever wanted. And likewise, if something was bothering you, you sat there and said, if only that would go away, I'd be fine. That again is not the truth. So you come down to the point where eventually you be totally honest with yourself. It may sound selfish, but you'll see in the end it's not. To where you say, I want to be happy. I want to feel love. I want to feel joy. I want to feel inspired. I want to be turned on inside all the time. So now if that burning bush was sitting out there and you were wise enough that when God said to you, what do you want? And you said that, whoa, you're a winner, right? How can you lose if from the moment you wake up in the morning, you're turned on, you're inspired, you're excited, you can't wait to see what's going to happen for the rest of the day, and you embrace it totally, and then at night, you've given everything you have, you put your head down, you fall asleep, you wake up again, I'm back, ready to go. That would be a beautiful life, and that's what you're looking for. You just think you need all these things in order to get that.